So here you have it. We have reached the grim numbers. It is out now that Los Angeles coronavirus update county surpasses 600,000 total cases as hospital capacity continues to plummet. So this is by an Alexandra Del Rosario, Saturday, December 19, 2020. So it doesn't get any better. It gets worse, and we are looking at it. Los Angeles County reached yet another grim milestone on Saturday as public health officials reported more than 600,000 total cases of COVID-19. To date, the county has recorded a total of 610,372 coronavirus cases. So on Saturday alone, LA Public Health confirmed 13,756 new coronavirus cases and 60 new deaths tied to the infectious disease. So the numbers don't seem to let up either in hospitalizations, as county officials reported 5,424 current patients being treated for the virus, with 21% of the patients receiving treatment in ICU. The thousands of new cases per day continue at a dangerous trend set off by the Thanksgiving holiday and any associated traveling and gathering. Though both state and local officials have enforced strict lockdown rules, holiday gatherings and celebrations continue to tempt Angelenos into interacting with residents outside their own households. Though wearing protective face coverings, maintaining social distance, avoiding indoor gatherings are all actions that can help minimize the spread of COVID-19, officials say staying at home is the best or the most effective way to avoid the transmission of infection. So last week, Public Health reported that the number of COVID cases has increased to 370% since November. Let me read that. 370% since November. Though the first round of Pfizer coronavirus vaccine continues to make its way to the healthcare and elderly, it's far a total solution. Okay, so yeah, the ICU bed availability statewide drops to about 2%. So additionally, the vaccine, which health officials say will likely be distributed to the general population by the summer of 2021 at the earliest, requires 2 doses to be fully effective. So 1 dose is not enough. So to date, LA Public Health has confirmed a total of 8,817 COVID-related deaths. Johns Hopkins report the U.S. has identified a total of 17,631,293 cases and 316,006 deaths. So LA Public Health, or at LA Public Health. And so it gives you a daily update, and that's basically it, showing the numbers of deaths, the numbers of cases, and hospitalizations. And so that's pretty much this article, and you can see the numbers for yourself. So it's pretty sad, and I'm hearing outside of this is that we're supposed to be in the middle of the 3rd wave, and they're saying that Thanksgiving is partly the issue, the gatherings, and this is Christmas week. And so what do you expect? People are going to be tempted to gather and meet with, grandparents and cousins and maybe people they haven't seen maybe all year. And they've already been, doing the protocols of being on lockdown. And so this is really hard on people. Yet you will have some people that will probably choose to do things in a different fashion. Maybe they'll meet at a distance, or they will go online and meet, Skype. I've had family members that have done that. They've Skyped if they couldn't come into town because they had something that they had to do, or they just couldn't travel that year. We would view them on Skype during the holiday week, and so that's another option. But I know some people are probably not going to follow what I've seen. I have seen some gatherings, in my area where I stay. I've seen people gathering at little organizations, and I think maybe because they're from a different culture, that they don't believe or they have a distrust in this vaccine thing, this virus thing. And it's not because of the politics of it, it's because of their background. So that has a lot to do with it. And then there's the distrust in the government. Some people still believe the vaccine could be lethal. We're hearing about some side effects, but I'm hearing that some of the side effects are supposed to be, not as severe for some, and some it's a little more involved. Um, but, that might bring about some fears. Then you have this great distrust. People are so afraid. Everything is so uncertain right now. So having said that, I'm going to let this video end. But what do you think? It just seems like the numbers are getting higher and higher and higher. And these numbers are probably expected to climb even more after Christmas. And then we have New Year's, which New Year's, what do people do? Gather. They have parades, they meet, they go to parties. This is probably the toughest part of this whole virus thing. Thanks for listening.